We've always pushed the envelope on what's achievable in the architectural audio category. Most other companies have specific speakers for high ceilings and then products for just higher output. What we've done is come up with a very unique design so the same products can be used across the board, making installation easier, making specification easier, and making ordering easier as well. High output is the natural extension of professional series, designed for applications where you need higher SPL, so very high ceilings with narrow dispersion, or lower ceilings where you need high SPL in, say, a sports bar, or for example, in a spin class where you need an instructor to have enough headroom over the music. We went to a 1.4-inch compression driver combined with an extremely high output 8-inch massive magnet, massive motor, very, very reliable. We are known for a Sonance sound. It's always known to be very flat, very accurate, very natural. Compression drivers aren't known for that characteristic. So the challenge was to achieve Sonance's traditional, flat, comfortable, natural, accurate frequency response, but still have the benefits of huge throw and huge output from a compression drive. And incredibly, we've managed to achieve that. When it came to developing the high output products, that was continued on throughout high output. You could have pendants hanging over the main area and then some surface mounts above the bar, and they're going to naturally sound the same.
I believe the engineers have done a fantastic job of keeping a sonic signature in the portfolio products. Regardless of form factor, you know that you're going to have the same timbre and quality custom to the professional series.
What the design team did was something absolutely remarkable, creating this removable horn and collar system so the products can either have 80 degrees dispersion if we're putting it in a high ceiling, or remove that horn, replace it with a collar. There's a switch on the front that changes some of the crossover tuning, and now it can have 120 degrees of dispersion.
If you walk into a casino, you see very high vaulted ceiling in the entryway as you walk in, but then as you transition into the lower ceiling, maybe the casino floor proper, you can actually use the same product with a wide coverage dispersion, and that timbre, that quality is still the same because they behave really well in either wide or narrow format, and the sonic quality remains consistent.
When you look at some of these big projects with hundreds or thousands of speakers, you might be in a situation where you go, this wasn't supposed to use the collar, but I'm right next to a big plated glass window and I want to control the dispersion of this particular one speaker. Remove the collar, fit the horn, and flick the switch, and it really is that simple. There's a lot of different applications for it, from the traditional sports bar, plenty of headroom for announcements, things that over the top of the normal bar noise. Restaurant that maybe has a DJ come in on Friday night and really wants to crank the volume. In gyms, the music wants to be loud, but you want the announcer at least 10 decibels over the top, we can do that. Anywhere where you need something a little bit louder than traditional commercial audio solutions.
Sonance uses a proprietary laminated core transformer.
Our laminated core transformer can be tapped at 120 watts in their maximum setting and still go all the way down to 41 hertz at minus 3 dB. It's really a first for the industry. Infocom, we did our first ever listening room. Super excited to be able to play high output in front of the audience of people there.
When we were playing those pendants in the demo room, these things actually go pretty low. Oftentimes you won't even need a subwoofer. In fact, we had designed the room to have subwoofers, and our engineer said, no, take them out, you don't need them.
And they said, listen, those subs go down to 44, these pendants go down to 41. It's not going to do anything. And we turned the system on and you would have sworn there were subwoofers in the room. It cranked.
It was quite impressive. And partway through that demo, Simon says, everything that you've heard today, you've been listening to in 70 volt. And I'm standing in the back of the room watching people go, are you kidding? That's 70 volt pendant that's hitting that hard. They know the difference between something that is designed to perform very well and something that's just, we have a pendant too.
I had people going, you've just solved the problem that I've not known how to fix. And I can imagine they're going to be really, really popular because nobody's got anything else like it. There are a lot of areas where we just didn't have a solution that was right for those particular applications. Now, it doesn't matter what area of the space, we can utilize products through the professional series range to achieve exactly the right solution. We've got traditional Pro Series, we've got high output, we've got extreme, and then we've got sound reinforcement products from Blaze and amplifiers to power it. We have got the whole story covered.